Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Listen, I've been better, Austin. I'm pulling up
Been
my notes
better.
now because it's been so long.
I'm sorry that I just made you stand up. We gotta fill everybody in on your knee debacle. And
Oh my gosh, it's actually so crazy. Um, so on Thanksgiving Day, so I saw you in the morning on your
yep,
birthday. It was
you
great.
did.
We went bowling. I was horrible. It was fun. Um, that afternoon we were like cooking at my house, just kind of hanging out, playing around, like played games, played cards, and then Pipe somehow brought up this viral dance move from Dancing with the Stars. I don't know if you've seen it. It's where one girl like lays on the back and then she's got her foot propped against her partner's leg and he's standing, and with her one leg, the partner pulls her up, and so Pipey was on the ground and she had her foot pressed against my left leg. And I bent down and I went to go pull up,
Mm.
and my left knee buckled and twisted. And
Oof.
I was taken out. I was like on the ground, like in so much pain, totally shocked. Um, I have never like have you had many physical injuries?
Not a lot. No, I broke my foot at one point, but yeah,
Okay. I've never broken a bone. I had stitches when I was like a baby. I don't remember it at all. I've never had like physical trauma besides childbirth. And it's been it's been so interesting. So it's been since Thursday, so it's like 5 days later. It so basically let me just explain what happened. So that the rest of that day I was like, "Oh, this is such a bummer. That really hurt my knee." Chad was acting like very bummed, very sad. And I was like, okay, he's kind of being a little dramatic. Like, I hurt my knee, but he knew that it was significant. Like, he saw
really.
it happen and he was like, I think it's either your ACL or you've torn your meniscus. And I'm like, okay, those sound like very serious. Like, I just thought, I've popped something, like something's not right. I just need to rest it. Um, the next day, so I went through the rest of Thursday. After Thanksgiving, you just want to chill and rest anyways. You're not like
And
doing a bunch of stuff.
you
So
were at home when this happened, right? You didn't have to
yeah,
go anywhere.
no.
Okay.
And thank goodness, I don't know if you remember me sharing about Piper purchasing crutches a while
Yeah.
ago, just for the fun of it, just because she
Yeah.
likes being a victim. So I was able to actually use those. I woke up Friday
Well,
morning and I was like, okay, I'm going to see if I can like walk. And like I took one step and it totally gave out again. And I was like, oh, okay.
oh,
So I actually can't put weight on this leg and I cannot walk. So we ordered a brace. Chad was saying what could happen is it could be really sore for a few days and then you could be fine. If you've torn something or if you've broken something, you have to get an x-ray and MRI to figure it out. So I was like, honestly, I don't really want to wait. I just want to find out if something's broken or torn. So we go to urgent care. That takes a little bit of time because there's a long wait. So by the time we figure it out, the doctor does these different manipulations with my leg and my knee, and he agrees that it's a torn meniscus. He's like, I did
hmm.
X-rays, nothing's broken. I actually was relieved about a torn meniscus because I felt like that's something that can one heal on its own. Two, if I do have surgery, it's like a way faster recovery than like your ACL.
Yeah. Because
So
ACL, you're out for like months, right?
yeah, yeah. So I like left that day being like, okay, I'm just gonna like use this brace that I got and these crutches, and I'll wait. The urgent care doctor was like, the best thing to do is see an orthopedic doctor and have them do imaging, like an MRI, and see how bad the tear is. And if it's significant, then you could use surgery. If it's not that bad, it could potentially heal on your own. He gave me some like physical therapy to do at home, and so um, I've been able to do that. I will say, like, every day I've gotten like a little bit stronger. What's been so bizarre, and the reason I asked if you've ever had like a physical injury is because I can't do anything. Like, it is the
Yeah.
weirdest thing mentally and emotionally to just like stay at home and be like, I'm not tired, but I have to rest. Like
Yeah.
when your body is sick or you're fighting a cold, you're like, all I want to do is sleep. It's like I'm being forced to do that, but I don't feel sick.
Yeah.
It's like this like contradicting thing. Um, so yeah, it's been a challenge. And the thing that's stressful is like it's Christmas time. We have so many things coming up. We have Christmas.
Yeah.
We have all these activities that we bought tickets for and we're supposed to be doing. And I'm like, it's in the back of my head of like, what does this look like now?
Yeah.
So I to be continued. I'm like feel like I'm getting stronger every day. Like today, I'm walking without crutches, and it's very slow, um, but it's like doable. I
Okay.
am terrified of stairs. I haven't done that without crutches. I was like so grateful that we're recording remotely because I just don't. I can go up a few. Like we have 3 stairs to our garage, and
Okay.
every time my brain with like where do I put the crutch and which foot do I lift? It's like so weird how hard
Yeah.
the concept is. And then going down, I'm like, which one goes down and which foot? Like I just cannot figure it out. Anyways, um, so yeah, that's been my knee journey.
That's traumatic. So it's at this point it's torn meniscus.
A
That's
torn
where.
meniscus is what. Sorry if you hear that. I'm pulling the chair towards me. That's what the urgent care doctor suspected, and that's what Chad thought. And he said he witnessed the whole thing and like knew right away that it was probably that.
Oh my gosh. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no, it's okay.
We missed you at pickleball on Monday.
So everybody that I know, when I tell them what happened, so they're like, "Was it pickleball? Did you?" They all assume it's in pickleball. I was like, I wish it was. What was embarrassing was like at urgent care when I had to describe what happened. The nurse, he was like, patient was attempting viral TikTok dance. I was like, do we have to put that in the description? Like, and then
It's an
when I was leaving,
important detail.
yeah, when I was leaving, there was like another guy in the office at the urgent care, and he's like, maybe you could do a TikTok on like how to use crutches. And like, it's like the fact that you all are talking about this like behind me is just feels like this is not. I don't know. This isn't HIPAA. I don't know.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
great.
Does
Yeah.
does Piper feel bad or
I
is she
really hope
okay?
not. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
really she didn't get hurt at all. I felt like that could be really traumatic for her if she blamed herself. So I have really been trying to just like keep it kind of light and like not make it a big deal. Yeah.
Even though it's a big deal.
Even though it really sucks.
So what have you been doing? Have you started any shows or anything
Yeah.
or
Yeah. I was gonna say I've like made a list of like what I've watched. I read a whole book in like 2 days. That was called The Housemaid, and it was pretty good. Um, I watched a series called The Night Agent, which I realized there's different ones. There's one on Amazon Prime with Tom Hiddleston. Do you know what I'm talking about? The actor? Yeah. Um, that was the one I watched. There's another one on Netflix with somebody else that I haven't watched. But anyways, I finished that.
Yeah,
That was
I've
really
watched
good.
the Netflix one. I'm looking up the
Look on
night
Amazon
man
Prime.
is it the night manager?
Oh, sorry, The Night Manager. Did I say Night
Okay.
Agent?
Night Agent is the one on Netflix.
Yes. Okay, so no, The Night Manager.
The night manager. Okay.
Yeah. So I watched that. That was pretty good actually.
Cool.
And then Chad and I watched this movie called Afraid, and it has AI like highlighted. It's new on
Okay.
Netflix with artificial
Cool.
intelligence.
It's scary.
Pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little creepy how like realistic it could be in our future to have this
Yeah.
artificial intelligence. And the thing that was so crazy is like the whole premise is it wants to help people not feel
Yeah.
alone. So the
Yeah.
AI keeps saying like I'm here with you. You're not alone. You're not alone, which is like everybody's problem. And literally in our society, isolation is so harmful. So I'm
Yeah.
like watching this being like, oh, this is bad because that's what people crave is, not to feel alone. So
Yeah.
anyways, yeah.
Yeah. Vance just did a little workshop at the office yesterday on
Oh, I
AI,
know. I missed it. Yeah.
and I'm scared of it. There's like parts of it that I'm excited for, and like I think
Yeah.
technology advancements great and all, but it's like the fastest developing technology in history, and it's just
Right.
kind of crazy to think about. The next 10 years we're going to see a lot of things change, and like
Yeah.
it's going to disrupt a lot of industries, and there's a lot of there's a lot of scary things that could happen. So
Right.
I'm trying to embrace the change, and
Yeah.
but I think Eric said something yesterday. He's like, being afraid of AI is like a farmer being afraid of um, tractor, which I get because it's like you know every
Yeah,
every advancement in technology has displaced people or has changed industries and has displaced jobs, but then we always kind of figure it out and work as a society to create new
right.
jobs. But I don't know, it just feels like a huge leap, and there's
Yeah.
a lot of unknowns.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Yeah. Um,
I want to watch that. It's kind of like the Smart House movie did you ever watch that? The Disney Smart House movie?
I don't know. I don't think so.
It was kind of, I think, similar concept to that Afraid movie is like
Okay.
a new home technology that kind of takes over. So,
Got it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look it up. But yeah, that's been me lately, Austin. So, how about you? How are you?
I'm good. I'm recording in the bedroom right now because Brian is on a work call and I tend to talk pretty loudly.
Oh,
So,
okay. Perfect.
I'm in here, but life's been crazy. We haven't talked in like recorded in like 2.5 weeks.
I know.
I feel like
Yeah,
there's a
I
lot.
feel like you've been out of the state. You've turned 30. There's been a lot of life
Yeah,
happening.
a lot of life. So we went to Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
Love Santa Barbara. So you lived there for college there. So you were there for like 4 years.
So I was there 2001, 2005 for school, and then I stayed through 2007. So I stayed there after I graduated, and Chad and I met that summer in 2007 in
And
Santa Barbara.
were you right like near downtown Santa Barbara, or where were you living at?
I was closer to Upper State Street, so
Okay,
I don't know how far you guys traveled around, but I was a little bit further north.
okay. We
Yeah.
walked pretty far down State Street. I don't know if we were near
Okay.
where you would have been, but we loved it. We did a lot. I was counting. We went to 10 restaurants
Love
in
it.
like 3 days.
Yep.
6 coffee shops. On the exploring. We saw the Wicked movie, which was great.
So fun.
Um, and yeah, it was awesome. I think the highlight for me, we rented bikes, or no, our hotel provided bikes, and we
Okay.
rode them like kind of along the water all the way to Montecito to the Miramar Hotel,
Yeah.
and it was just beautiful, and
Yeah.
so I loved it.
Good. I know. I feel like so we haven't lived there since 2007. We've gone to visit like we went once in 2012, once in 2000, I don't know, 17 or 18. Um every time I've gone back, I'm like, "Oh, it feels very different." And the
Yeah.
last time I went, it felt very crowded. I don't know what it
Okay.
was, but I was just like it just felt like everywhere I went, like stores and on the road, everything just felt like I was constantly like surrounded.
Yeah.
But you said it wasn't that bad. Like you were like we didn't have to wait in lines. It was like pretty chill.
Yeah. We actually it almost felt. I mean, I guess there are certain points that felt busy, but when we got there a Thursday night and we're like surprised at how few people were out and about. It kind of felt like a ghost
Okay.
town, actually.
Yeah,
Um,
interesting.
but as the weekend went on, it got busier, but it never felt overly busy for us.
Okay.
I think
Cool.
the one thing for me, I've talked to so many people about Santa Barbara over the years, and
Yeah.
I've wanted to go for so long, and everybody I talked to about it has told me that they thought I would want to live there just because it's like such a great place.
Sure.
And I think my expectations were really, really high. Like I
Yeah.
don't know what I was expecting. And it's like it was awesome. Like I didn't like, but I don't feel like this desperate need to live there like I thought
Yeah.
I would.
Right.
Um Almost a little bit slow for me.
Okay.
Like I feel like we kind of did everything we wanted to do in kind of the first day, and then
Yeah.
the rest of the time, I mean, there were a lot of restaurants we still wanted to try and stuff, but
Yeah.
um yeah, I loved it. Like I would 100% go back. I don't feel this like need or desire to live
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
necessarily.
I think it's always funny too. That's happened to me before where like I tell people I'm going somewhere and they're like, you're gonna love it. Have you ever been? You're gonna love it. I could so see you guys there. Like Austin, Texas was one of those for us.
Okay.
And we went and I was like, I don't get it. I I don't know. And then what's funny is then I went to San Antonio, also Texas, but like with different people, and it was like, oh, I love this. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know if I could see myself living there, but I definitely had a way better experience. So, yeah, it's just interesting how I think that is hard when people have set that expectation for you and then you're
Yeah.
like, but why?
I really believe that people's perception of a place is like almost completely associated with their experience there.
100%.
And like
Yeah.
that experience is so dependent upon the people they were with,
Yeah.
the weather they had, like so many variables. So
Yeah.
even like Paris, I've been to Paris once and I had a horrible experience. And there are like all these different things that happened that just made
Yeah.
it like kind of a weird trip. But I know if I went back, I'd probably love Paris. Like I'd probably have a totally different
Right.
experience, and I'm my mind is open to that. But I think so many people are like have one experience somewhere and they
Yeah.
define that place around that experience.
Yeah.
So
Well, and for Chad and I, that was the one place he and I had in common. Like,
yeah,
neither of us are from Santa Barbara, but that's where we met. And we, when we lived there, we were young and like in the beginning of our relationship. It's so romanticized in our
right,
head. So for sure, for us, I know that is like the experience has so, you know, caused whatever, love and stuff we have for that place. But
totally, yeah.
yeah.
But all that to say, like it's an amazing city. Like I love the architecture of everything. Like everything is
Yes.
just like the beautiful kind of Tuscan looking
Yep.
buildings. The
Mhm.
airport was beautiful. I love just
Yeah.
like a tiny little airport with like it feels like a high end little
Yeah.
loungy airport. Um, all the food we had is great. Like actually the weather was one of the factors. So the first day there, the Friday we got there was nice. The Saturday it rained all day.
Oh, that is
So
a
that was
bummer.
kind of a bummer, but
Yeah.
we got a lot of stuff done Fridays. We did like the bike ride on Friday and
Okay.
but yeah, it was great. I would totally go back. No, I don't. I'm honestly a little relieved because I thought going into the weekend that I was gonna like need to live in Santa Barbara,
Funny. Yeah.
and just with how expensive it is and stuff, I was like,
Right.
not. I was hoping I wouldn't need to live there, and I don't need to live there, so that's good.
Yeah. Could you see yourselves doing, because you guys did LA for a while. What would you,
Yeah,
if you had to go do another like winter snowbird switch, would you go back to LA or would you try a different California city? What are your thoughts there?
I think if we were to do it again, which I would love to, I'd love to do San Diego.
I could see that.
We both spent a amount of time in San Diego, but we've never for more than a few days. And I think I'd love to try that for a winter. I was kind of against Palm Springs, and then recently had a little bit of a change of heart just because,
Okay.
I love pickleball now. So Palm Springs is is a great place for pickleball.
I love it.
Um, yeah, I don't know. California is probably where the majority of our lives living between Washington and California.
Yeah,
Just with having a dog, like we need somewhere that you can like drive to.
totally.
Um, I don't I don't see us like doing Arizona really. So if we need like a warm weather place to snowbird at some point, I
Yeah.
think California is probably where it would be. So
Yeah.
probably San Diego or Palm Springs or there's also just like so many little beach towns along the California
Totally.
coast that I've
Yeah.
never explored. Like I don't really have any. I've never really spent any time in Orange County other than like Disneyland.
Right.
But even like the Laguna Beach and
Yep.
Huntington Beach
Yep.
and those
Yep.
different cities, I don't really know those at all. So I'd be interested in just like exploring those areas a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be so fun.
But I think we're
Any,
definitely California boys. Like
yeah,
this cold front we're having right now is driving us crazy.
I know. I could see you guys in San Diego. I feel like that would be a really good fit.
Yeah,
And then
I
you
think
could
so
do
too.
those little weekend trips up to the beach. You could take
Yeah.
a drive or, yeah, cool.
Okay. So pre injury for you, what did you guys do that previous weekend?
Okay. Let me see. I wrote down notes because like, gosh, it's been so long. Oh, we also saw Wicked. Okay, so that weekend, the weekend you were in Santa Barbara, Allie had a cheer showcase and as a friendly reminder, I'm still coaching her cheer squad.
Yeah.
Um,
Are
it's
you taking time off from that right now, or what are you
Yeah,
doing?
well, so this week we had practice yesterday. I didn't go to that. They have a basketball game today. I'm not going to that. Tomorrow they have practice in the morning, and it's in the gym, which is all like I would have to. It's like all one level. So I'm going to go to that, and then I have practice on Friday. I'm going to go to that. So
Okay.
um, it's like if I don't have to go super far, and it's flat. I'm like, got it, totally confident. Um, so anyways, the cheer showcase was out in Sumner, and it was like an all day thing. We had like practice for it Friday, and then on Saturday we woke up, pretty much got ready, went out there. You're like there the whole day. You do like your warm-ups, and then you watch other people. They had a bunch of food trucks there. It's like a whole event. um, so that was fun. That was like a lot of these girls, this is their first time performing in front of a bunch of strangers, so kind of gets them warmed up for competition season. And then that night on I was like, okay, we in the past for Christmas trees, we are like non-traditional. We have gone to the grocery store and gotten a tree. We've gone to Christmas tree farms and cut down trees. We
Yeah.
have gone, we don't have like, this is what we do every year. But with Thanksgiving being so late this year, I really wanted to
Yeah.
start decorating early. So we went to Tacoma Boys and got our tree, which is behind me.
I love it.
It was
No.
a little controversial. No, I love it. I had this whole idea. I don't see if, or can you see the big black ornaments that I got?
I saw your Instagram post about that. What was that
Yeah.
inconclusive, or what were the results of that?
So quite a few people were anti,
I was
and
one of the anti votes. Yeah.
I was like, I just don't think it translates in that picture very well. I think if you're here in person, and I've added more to it. I've added some pink bow texture, like velvet texture. I've added some more black. So there's like smaller black pieces. Um,
So you asked
so
the
yeah,
internet what they thought. You asked for input from the
I
world,
did.
and
And
you
then I
you
was
did
like,
the
I don't
opposite.
mind.
It didn't support where you wanted it to.
Well, there were a few people that were like, "Oh, I love it," and I was like, "I love you." So it was great. No, yeah, and my family, it did grow on them as well. They were like, "Okay,
Okay.
it's actually not that bad."
Yeah.
I am one of those people that I do have a problem with, like every year I want to do like a whole new thing, and that drives Chad bananas because it's expensive. It's not like and it's wasteful because like now what am I gonna do with these giant ornaments next year? Like I'm not gonna use them again. So anyway, so we
Well,
did
well.
that on Saturday. We got our tree decorated. Go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna say what we do is we are pretty much the same stuff every year, but usually
Yeah.
every year we'll buy like a few new things. Like we
Okay.
like to go to Target and Home Goods and World
Yeah.
Market and like get like, I don't know, $100 worth of new stuff
Sure.
to mix things up a little bit.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I
We're not going all new every year.
Yeah. I mean, and I didn't go all new. Like some of the
Okay.
stuff we've had. So yeah.
Is that tree from Tacoma Boy? Where's the tree from?
Oh yeah, yeah. So we went to Tacoma Boys, and it's a real tree, but it's flocked. So they put this treatment on there, which what's great is you don't have to water it. It like retains the moisture. Um,
Wow.
so that's kind of fun.
Is it white? Is there like a snow look on
Yeah,
it?
exactly. So that
Okay.
flocked treatment, it's like if you were to be here in person, it's like it's supposed to mimic like snow, but also there's like glitter, so it's a little shimmery. Um,
Nice.
it's pretty intense, and it's not cheap. I'll tell you that. Um, I was like, this is half our Christmas budget right here. No.
Sorry, girls.
I know. It's like, and then so we also saw Wicked that weekend. We went on Sunday. What'd you think after we saw the play?
Life changing.
So
I'm just kidding.
beautiful.
It
Oh,
was great.
life changing.
That
One
was
of my
what you said.
questions.
You said somebody when you were going to see the musical said that it was life changing, and you're
Yes.
like,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I thought the movie was great. It was better than I thought it was going to be.
100%.
I thought they did a great job following the original storyline,
Hmm.
and I feel like a lot of times when movies are adaptations of like books or musicals, like they change them so much that it's
Yeah.
like annoying. But I feel like they did a really great job, like sticking to the storyline while also adding additional context, and like the sets were amazing. I thought the acting
Yes.
was great. The both all the voice, all the singing was amazing. So yeah, I thought they did a great job.
Um, and did you know like there's like no CGI in that movie? Like
Yeah,
the tulips fields, those are real tulips that they planted like millions of tulips or something crazy like that.
yeah, I'm definitely on the Wicked TikTok right now. So
Okay.
seeing all the behind the scenes stuff,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah, that's very the sets look amazing. I've seen Ariana Grande post a few videos of like her pulling up to the Shiz University set, and it's like literally feels like you're on a college campus. Like
Yeah.
it's very well built out and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's amazing.
It's so crazy. Um, so yeah, one of my questions was going to be like, are you holding space for Defying Gravity? Like everybody.
I have been holding space. I didn't know
Thank
that was
you.
happening.
It's respectful. Um, and then okay, so that was on Sunday. We went and saw Wicked, and then Sunday night I went. I think I told you about this for my birthday. We went to that little dive bar, Side Pony, um, on Sixth Ave. Well, I wanted to go back because they advertised a yummy grilled cheese, and I don't know if you know this about me, but I am like a real sucker for a good grilled cheese. That's like one of my favorites.
We are too.
So I went back for that with Shannon and Kelly, and then back for their fresh squeezed grapefruit greyhounds.
Yeah,
So that was the weekend prior.
nice.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is a weekend thing, but we need an update on your trivia saga.
Thank you for asking. Okay, here's the thing. It's never ending. We found a new place. We went to a place called Red Dog on 6th Ave. And the first week we were there, phenomenal. They were like super friendly. They said, "We're so glad you brought your kids here." Like total opposite of where we came from. Okay, we went there twice. It's on Tuesdays. And then we went last night and we were there right at 6 and they weren't starting. And I heard another customer ask the waitress, like, "Hey, is it not trivia tonight?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, moving forward, we're starting at 7." And so we were like, "Oh wait, what?" And so we went and asked, and she's like, "Yeah, moving forward, trivia is from 7 to 9." Well, we've got kids like 10 years and younger. And
Yeah.
so getting home after 9 on a weeknight is just not great. So we were a little bit bummed because we felt like, oh man, this was working out so well. Have you ever been to Red Dog as an establishment?
Is that next to where Ice Cream Social was?
No, that's Red Hot.
That's Red Hot. No, what is
Yes.
Red Dog?
Okay, so Red Dog is one of those you pour places. So it's got like different drinks against the wall, and you use a card and you pour however much you want.
Okay.
Um, and
Where's
they
it at?
have it's on Sixth Ave, so it's like kitty corner from Red Hot and what you're thinking.
No, I haven't been
Um, so there's like across the streets at Spanky Burgers, and
Oh, is it where the pizza press was?
yes, that's exactly where it was. Yeah. Um, so anyways, kind of a bummer because we were there last night and we were like, oh, I don't think we can come back for trivia. So now we've had this discussion of like, okay, here's the honest truth. Our team has never won. Like we've come in, I think second was the best we placed once, maybe third. We have gotten like the first time we played at Red Dog, we got a little prize. I think that was just a bonus thing. It was not because we'd done anything well, but we're not it's more about we love to get together with our families every week and just be together. So we're trying to think like it's nice to have an activity, but maybe it's not going to be trivia. Maybe we go someplace and we bring our own games, or we do something where we still get to hang out, and we want it to be with our kids. Like Shannon was like, I love the fact that like my kids get to be around my friends as well, get to know other moms and dads. I think that's
Yeah.
important. So we're just trying to figure it out. So all that to say, thank you for asking, and please continue and let me know if you are out someplace and you're like, whoa, this is cool, and kids are
Yeah.
here, because we are open to new ideas. So
Are you set on Tuesday nights?
no, not necessarily. That just happened to be a common trivia night.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Well, I mean, not to push my own business here, but Radner's is a great evening spot. If you're
okay,
ever looking like a Wednesday or Thursday evening,
yes.
you could bring games or kind of hang out in the mezzanine upstairs or in the main area downstairs.
Okay, I was actually going to ask about that because I was trying to think if I know when I've gone during the day to get food that Edison Square is open, but
Yeah.
does that stay open in the evenings as well?
I guess it does depend on if there's an event or not. So
Yeah,
if there's an event, which sometimes there are, then it's not. So
okay.
it may be not, it might be available sometimes, but not all the time.
Okay. So I could look online and see if Edison has an event and know whether we could go there or not.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Um,
That did come to mind.
yeah, or I was saying that like, yeah, I guess we tried to do trivia in the past too, and they always start at 7, and you end up like the one we used to do. You'd finish at 9:30, and it was
Yeah.
on Mondays, and it's like I don't want to get home at almost 10 p.m. on a Monday. Like that's
No.
I don't know. We're
You know,
old, so
no, we are. The other day, Chad made this comment, and we both looked at each other like, "Oof, we are in it." It was 5 o'clock, and it was pitch black out already.
yeah.
And then he looked at me. He's like, "It's 2 more hours until Wheel of Fortune starts." We were like, "That's our life." Like we're looking forward to it, but we still have to wait 2 hours until Wheel of Fortune and then Jeopardy comes on.
You guys watch that?
We've started to. We started to recently.
I have so many memories in my childhood of watching Wheel of Fortune, mostly Jeopardy, always Jeopardy, usually Wheel of Fortune, every weeknight, 7
Yeah.
p.m.
Yeah, exactly. I tried to record Chad and I wanted to do this funny video of like Jeopardy and like them saying their statement and then us answering like just off the wall answers, but like with confidence, and go back and forth and see. The challenge for me at Jeopardy is 90% of the time, I'm not even sure what they're looking for. When they make their statements, I'm like, I can't even think of how to respond. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know if you're talking about a person, place, or thing right now. I'm
yeah.
like, it's so beyond me. But I did see there's a new one coming out called Pop Culture Jeopardy.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping
My
that's
favorite
more my alley.
Jeopardy growing up was when they would do like the kids Jeopardy or like
Yeah.
the college or I don't know, young adults or whatever. Like anytime it was the different um like special episode, those were always a bit easier, and I feel like I could actually get a lot more of those answers.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
That does make
Okay,
sense.
let's hear about this most recent weekend for you. For me, I was laid up. So there's really not much to share. I told you the
Okay.
shows and the book I read, but I would love to hear about yours because I was so jealous watching from afar online all the beautiful places you posted.
It was back to back a lot of things. It was great.
Yeah.
So Thursday was Thanksgiving and my 30th birthday.
Yeah.
So started the day with Thanksgiving bowling. That's another idea, actually. You guys can go bowling on
That's
Tuesday night.
true. Yeah. And
You
our
can't
crew does like
participate,
that.
but
What's
for a
that?
little bit. You can't participate for a little bit, but
Yeah. I'll just use the ramp thing. I think I
yeah.
could get myself up to that.
Yeah, so we bowled. I bowled pretty well, which I was happy about.
You did really well.
Thanks. Yeah, I was happy. I did 2 games. We did 2 games. I think my average is about 150. So
Yeah.
I was happy with that.
I did one game and my average is around 50.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Later in the day, we took Stevie on a nice walk in the Silicon Dog Park, and then we did Thanksgiving dinner at Isaac and Taylor's house. So
Oh,
they
nice.
had our family over, and then Taylor's family as well, and did a nice little Thanksgiving dinner. We played this trivia game. I can't remember what it was called, but you're like on teams, and
Okay.
you have like a trivia card, and it basically asks like 5 questions, and whoever gets the most questions right each round gets that point for that
Okay.
round.
Mhm.
And so that was fun. I always love trivia games.
Yeah. If you think of
Um,
the name, tell me because we're looking for more board games.
I'll have to ask Taylor for it.
Yeah.
That was Thanksgiving. It was great. Great 30th birthday.
Yeah.
And then Friday, we went back home. We stayed at my parents' house Wednesday through Friday, and then came home on Friday night or Friday afternoon. And then Friday night went to hung out with some friends. We went to Bongos, which is like a really nice or really cool little like Caribbean restaurant
Oh,
in
okay.
Green Lake. Um, Amazing food. It's one of my favorite restaurants in Seattle, actually. If you guys are ever
Oh,
in the
nice. Okay.
Green Lake area, definitely check
Yeah.
out Bongos. And then after that, we went to called Kringles. It's like there's these little Christmas pop-up things all over the place this time of the
Yes.
year. It was one of those, and
Okay.
for some reason, when I learned about it online, it felt a lot more like adult friendly. Like I was expecting there to be adult beverages, and I don't
Right.
know, it felt like more of an adult activity.
Yeah.
Um, I show up with Brian and I think 3 friends, Chad, Brandon, and Tony. And so there are five of us, five guys, all, 29 to 31 years old, that range.
Okay. Yep.
And it's 100% like a family geared
I love
activity.
this so much. Okay.
Apparently they have like 3 nights over the next month that are like 21 plus, and they have
Oh,
drinks and a
okay.
DJ and stuff. But this was not one of those nights.
That was not. No.
Nope. So we show up and we're like, let's just, make the most of this. So we ended
Yeah.
up staying for a while, and we
Okay.
did all the activities. There's like skee ball, so you can have you know what skee ball is?
Yeah. Yeah. I love it.
So we play a lot of skee ball. We were determined to make it onto the leaderboard. There were like 10 top scores, and we
You're like,
made it.
I'm gonna beat this 9-year-old if it kills me.
Yeah, 100%. So Tony made it. He got one of the high
Well done.
scores, and so,
Okay.
so we like go over to the guy working there, and he like announces it over the thing, like, we have
That's
somebody new
amazing.
to add to the scoreboard, and it was a
Yeah.
big fun thing. And then there was, what else did we do? There was all these different like little games and stuff, and
Yeah.
there was like a hot cocoa like uh gas pump. So it's like literally a gas pump, and
Yeah.
they like pour hot cocoa in your cups. That was
Fun.
fun.
Oh my gosh.
Um
And
yeah,
this is in
so
Seattle proper, or where is this?
it's close to Green Lake. It's kind of between Green Lake and Ballard,
Okay.
right off Aurora, Highway 99. So
Okay.
yeah. So I feel like it could have been something where we like walked up and we're like, "Okay, this is lame," and only stayed 5 minutes and then left.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we all like embraced it and just had fun
Yeah.
with it. So yeah,
That's
that was Friday night.
awesome. Okay, cool.
So for anybody interested, I would recommend, if you have a family, it's awesome. If you don't have kids, maybe find out when one of the 21 plus nights is, because
Are you gonna go back? Are you gonna try
probably
the
not.
20?
I, th-
Okay.
I think we did. I think
We did it. We were
we
there.
did Kringles.
You made the
Yes,
leaderboard. Like, what else is there?
100%.
Yeah.
And then let's see, that was Friday, and then Saturday, my parents' birthday present to Brian and I, because we both have November birthdays, was basically like a little Seattle staycation. So they
So
got
fun.
a room at a hotel downtown, and with them there, we both had rooms, and we went and saw Mary Poppins on Saturday night,
Nice.
and it was awesome. I think it is a tough act to follow in terms of musical theater.
Well, also so close together.
Yeah,
That would,
they're like
yeah.
within 2 weeks of each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mary Poppins is okay. I mean, it was good. It was
Yeah.
great. It was fine. I don't know. Wicked is hard to beat. Like the music and the
Sure.
songs and everything in Wicked
Mhm.
are superior in my opinion, but
Yeah.
still good, still a fun time. And then we did, let's see, so
The
we did
venue looked beautiful. Where was it
yes,
at? Which theater?
the Fifth Avenue Theater.
Fifth Avenue Theater. Okay.
Yeah, so Fifth Ave and then Paramount are kind of the two main theaters in Seattle. So
Yeah.
they're similar, kind of like old, really cool, big historic buildings.
Right.
The detail work on like the ceilings and stuff is like amazing. Um, so that was it. We did an Italian restaurant. We went and saw the show, and then came back and kind of went to bed. And then Sunday morning, we did like a 5 mile walk with my parents, kind of all around Seattle.
So fun.
I planned out a route in advance, and kind of like it was kind of a surprise along the way. We went through like kind of a lot of just kind of cool Seattle landmarks. Went to the Seattle Center, walked by the Amazon spheres, walked down to the waterfront. Have you been to the Seattle waterfront lately at all?
No, and I've been trying to research. So, like, Kringles is great. I'm going to add it to my list. But I've been trying to research other like festivities nearby, and I was seeing a lot of stuff about the Seattle Christmas Market. Is that down by? That's by the Space Needle, though, right?
Space Needle. We walked by it. We did.
Okay.
You can't really go and see inside unless you buy tickets, but
Okay.
it looks cool. It looks
Yeah.
kind of similar to the Kringles setup.
Okay.
But yeah, so we did the. If you haven't been to the waterfront, there's this like brand new staircase kind of thing that takes
First
you.
off, why would you even talk about stairs? It's too soon.
There's an elevator. There's an
I was
elevator
teasing.
too.
Okay.
But it takes you from like the waterfront basically up to Pike Place, and it's this like beautiful new like boardwalk walkway staircase thing. It's very very
Okay.
cool.
Ooh.
So when you're mobile again, I would
Okay.
recommend checking that out.
I'm
It's a
hoping
very
that's
cool.
tomorrow. So.
So yeah, so basically where the like the Aurora Bridge, the viaduct. There used to be the viaduct that
Okay.
would take
Yeah.
you like it was a big bridge that went basically along the Seattle waterfront. They tore that down. They put it all underground now. So
Right.
that whole waterfront area is being totally like revitalized and remodeled right now, and
Cool. Okay.
it feels a lot nicer than it used to be. So
Oh, I'm excited. Okay. I want to try it.
yeah,
Um, and then, okay, because I asked you about one of the places you went to. It's like this beautiful hotel. It had like the antler chandelier.
yeah, that was where was that? I think it's called the Fairmont Hotel.
Okay.
It was I'd never been there, but we walked by it and I'm like, oh, let's go check it out.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful hotel. There's like several restaurants and cafes inside, so you can just like walk around and
That's the thing. I
enjoy
feel like
yourself.
I like the hotel you stayed in and the ones you posted pictures of. I was like, there's so many places in Seattle I've just never been to. And like,
Yeah,
we do the Space Needle when people come into town. We go to shows and concerts at Pantages and at Paramount or whatever it is. But like, just those other pieces, like I wouldn't even know the first idea of like where to get a good meal or what hotel to go get, drinks or dessert at or something. There's just so much
yeah.
unknown to me in that city. It's crazy.
I would add the Fairmont to your list.
Okay.
It's been on my list for a while, and it
Yeah.
was very very cool. Like it feels like you're in a swanky like New York hotel lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Seattle's interesting because I mean, for the longest time, all during COVID, like there was, you know, so many, and so it was COVID, and then there were a lot of riots downtown,
Right.
protests, and the whole downtown Seattle area felt really kind of sketchy and dangerous. And there's a huge uptick in homelessness. A lot of the buildings had broken glass, so they were boarded up, and there
Right.
was a several year period where every time I went downtown Seattle, I felt like, wow, this is rough.
Yeah.
They've done a great job over the last year or two, really cleaning up a lot of it, and it feels a lot better now than it did. Like there's obviously it's a big city. There's still homelessness. There's still some places, but
Yeah.
at no place weekend did we feel unsafe or
Right.
it was also a beautiful like sunny weekend, so that helped a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I have a lot of hope for the future of Seattle.
Yeah. That's awesome. Um, okay. Anything else from your weekend? Because I have a question for you.
I don't think so.
Okay. It's December. Are we doing a new monthly challenge?
I'm not. I've
Okay.
made the active decision to take off November and December for monthly
Okay.
challenges, and
Okay.
then I'm working on a plan for kind of a big one starting January 1st.
Hmm.
So I'm still working out the details, but it's most likely going to be like a 100-day challenge.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So like the first 3 months of the year, basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm kind of, and it's shaping up to be a challenging challenge. So I'm giving myself this month to kind of just like enjoy the holidays
Yeah.
and not worry about. I'm still doing
Yeah.
10,000 steps every day. I'm still doing
Okay.
trying to be, healthy in
Yeah.
certain regards, but I'm also allowing myself to indulge on the sweet treats around me.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Good for you. It's the balance, You're preparing for the new year. I love that.
I'm preparing. It's bulking season.
It's
We actually we went to the vet this morning with Stevie, and not that we would go without Stevie, that'd be weird. But she apparently has gained 5 pounds since her last check-in.
yeah.
So she has to go on a little doggy diet right now.
That's
And
surprising because I feel like last time we've seen her, she is thinner than Stella.
I don't know what's going on.
Stella
Yeah.
might need to be honest, I'm not a very good doggy mom and I have not taken Stella for like annual checkups. So she could be
Does
on the husky side and I don't know it.
the husky.
The husky
Um
husky.
does she have any issues like licking her paws or itching her ear or anything like that?
Not that is concerning. Like she'll sometimes
Okay.
come in and lick her paws, but it's not like to me it seems normal.
Okay. Stevie has pretty consistent allergy issues.
Oh,
Like
okay.
almost if we don't get her allergy shots,
Yeah.
she her paws get like super super red
Oh, wow.
because she's like constantly licking at them. And then
Okay.
she also gets regular like ear infections too. So
Okay.
we went in today and she that's like, yep, she has an ear infection,
Oh
and
man.
her paws need, or she definitely needs an allergy shot. So yeah,
Okay.
it's weird. I don't know. It's interesting that the litter, like some would
Well,
have some issues and others wouldn't.
and it's the ear infection thing. I know Stella did have one at one point, and it was after I'd gotten her groomed, and the vet
Okay.
said, "Yeah, it's pretty common if they're submerged in water. That
Uh,
even some groomeries will put like cotton in their ear to kind of help prevent it, but usually that just pushes more water down." So
gotcha. Okay.
he had cautioned us to be really careful with her and water because it's likely once they get an ear infection, they'll get them again.
Yeah.
So yeah, bless their hearts.
Um, yeah, so she has her little doggy diet. She was trying to convince us to wait until after the holiday season, but we we uh we have to,
You know,
hold back her food a little bit.
that's good parenting. You've gotta look out for what's best, and
Yes.
yeah, yeah, it's true.
Simultaneously, we just got her like a little doggy advent calendar from Costco. So there's
Cute.
like 25 days, and most of them are like little cookie treats. So we'll probably
One
get,
little treat. That's I
yeah,
mean,
we'll probably give her less normal food and still give her her daily Christmas treat.
yeah, I think that's fine.
It's all about
Um,
balance.
I mean, I wish I had a little cookie cat advent calendar. Um, okay, how are we feeling just Christmas in general? Are we feeling like you're in it, you're embracing the season, you're like ready for the holidays?
Ready, yeah. Brian and I had a conversation. We went on a walk a little earlier, and we had a conversation about like Christmas gifts this year.
Yeah.
And I really, really, really don't need anything. I don't really want anything. Like I am trying to figure out how to communicate that to people that normally buy me gifts. Like there's literally like I don't want you to have to go spend money that isn't needed. Like I don't know.
Okay.
I'm maybe being a little bit scroogey about gifts this year just because like I don't know.
Yeah.
It feels wasteful to continue buying
Okay. Okay.
things
Yeah.
that I don't need. So um my one qualm with Christmas this year is like we have a really busy December, which is great, a lot of fun activities and stuff. But we're trying to get
Yeah.
all of our Christmas shopping done this weekend, and so we're trying to like starting a Christmas list and stuff. So I sent actually a proposal to our family group text a little earlier today. I'm
A
like,
proposal.
what if instead of gifts for all the adults this year, what if we did like each family unit plans some sort of like activity
I
or
love that.
dinner or trip or weekend thing
Yeah.
for the whole family for 2025. So I sent that text probably 4 hours ago, and I haven't.
Okay.
It's been crickets so far. So we'll see if that's received well or not.
Yeah. Um, that's such an interest. First of all, I feel like that makes a lot of sense. I love that idea. I'd much rather give experiences and something like that than gifts. My kids this year, Allie shared an app with me called Giftful. Have you heard of this?
No.
Okay. It's basically like a way for you to track gifts that you'd like, and you can link where people can buy it from. So you can make Christmas lists, birthday lists, like ideas for just stuff you want to get eventually. It's actually so convenient because I can go on and I can like claim an item and go right to the website and buy it.
Oh my
Since
gosh. It's a
since
what?
I
It's a wedding registry. That's what
it's
it is.
100%. It's exactly. So you might want to consider looking at it now.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's one thing since I've been laid up. I'm like all my online shopping, I'm like busting it out. I feel like I'm ahead of the game. That's going to come back to bite me. I guarantee it. But yeah, and then Piper presented a PowerPoint presentation of what she'd like. Yeah. And
Oh my gosh.
it was like anything in all caps is like very much wanted. Her birthday's in January, so she was like, if it's not in all caps, it could be a birthday present as well. So, but yeah, it's for me as a mom, what's been really interesting. This is the first year where neither kids have any sort of like toys on their list. It's all like it's like skincare, it's pajamas, it's I mean, there's like a stuffed animal on one, but it's not like toys.
Yeah.
It's different. So, yeah, just a different season we're going into, and I'm actually okay with that.
I think buying gifts for kids is so fun because they're like they obviously they have so many things that they're continually wanting. Like
Yeah,
I remember when I was a kid, I always had stuff that I wanted for Christmas. I just at this point in my life, I feel like if I need something, I just buy it,
I
and
100%.
it's so privileged, but like I don't need more stuff. Like if I receive more stuff, I just have to store it somewhere, and it's like there's really nothing that I need. And I
Yeah.
have a 700 square foot house. There's
Right.
not
You're
really
like,
room for
please
more
do
stuff.
not make me put stuff here. Yeah. No, I get
So
it.
I don't know. I'm trying to like I don't need anything.
You're like, I don't need anything, but if it's something, give me a gift card to travel.
Give 100%. Yeah, a trip, an experience, anything like that is
Yeah.
great.
I love it. I love it.
Cool.
Okay. Are
Well,
we
Merry
heading to the
Christmas.
gym? What's happening with our tank top? We're just like, it's 36 degrees outside, Austin. What do we?
I dressed for the gym, and then I started working on a project that took me longer than I anticipated, so I didn't
Yeah.
end up going to the gym. So
Okay.
I need to figure out if I'll have time today to still go or not.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and my house is hot. It's so I'm in our bedroom, and
Yeah.
we have just the one heat register in our house, and it
Yeah.
controls the whole house. But depending on the size of the room, like the living room is like a comfortable temperature, but
Okay.
like the bathroom and the bedrooms get super hot because it's like
Ooh.
they're smaller rooms, so they
Okay.
soak up all the heat. So
I
our
like,
house is very warm.
I love that. That would be my jam. Be like hiding in there the whole time.
Yeah, it's not great, and I don't like sleeping in a super hot environment. So at
Sure. Yeah.
nighttime, we turn it down a little bit, but
Okay.
it's
All
all right.
right.
Hi, Stella.
I know. Did you see her running over? She's trying to
Yeah,
get in. All right. Well, I'm glad we got to catch up. It's good to see your face. Hopefully, next time I'll be more mobile and I'll be in the office.
seriously, you'll hobble up the stairs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, Jamie.
All right. Talk to you later.
See ya. Bye.